I guess I got this idea for this video like probably a year ago, because that's when I graduated high school, and I had a blog. Well, I still have a blog, but I rarely post on it anymore. And I made like a review of my school on there, and I put like all the good teachers, put some pros, I put some cons. I like summarized my experience over the collective 4 years. Where is it? My trusty note page on my phone is where I write everything down. So we've got like a few points. So there's probably, in my 4 years at the school, I probably had, let's see, maybe 5 good teachers, I'd say. 5 above average teachers. Yeah. So I'm just gonna kind of like put their names all over the place here, because they're really cool and they all impacted my life in different ways. And I love all of them to death. And if I was in charge of payroll, they'd all be driving around in Lamborghinis. So, pretty simple on that. Rest of the teachers, eh. Wait, what part of the video is this? Social groups. So for this one, you can kind of see on this screen, I drew a map, but I'll put it on the actual screen and then I'll put a smaller thing of me on the screen. But yeah, so on I drew a really shitty map of the school. Who do we have? We have the Hicks first. That's an easy one. They all hung out in the back parking lot right here. It's where they would, let's see, drive in circles, play their horns really loud after school while all the sports practices were going on, roll coal, get caught with dip cans in their trucks by the school police officer, all the good stuff. Oh, like right out here in this general area is where this one awkward couple would always like lean up against this tree and like basically do things that should never be done on school grounds. Oh, out here is where seniors would hang out to pick up their freshman girlfriends after they finished their full 7-period schedule. Oh, the cafeteria. Let's see. Basically anime club. This was called the Commons. Basically everybody hung out here. What other? Oh, there was kids who always played hacky sack. Always. Jeez, I just really like missed 10% of that word. Oh yeah, to go with the anime kids, sometimes they brought their Nintendo DS's, which is kind of cool in my opinion. Or they're like even their laptops at some point, and they would all like play games at a big cafeteria table. So, you know, kudos to them for having the OG LAN party at school when nobody thought it was cool. The hall monitor situation. Everybody knows this very well, at least from my class. So one of the hall monitors was a female. She was a female, her. She looked like Guy Fieri. Obviously not as cool, because Guy Fieri wouldn't be caught dead doing anything wrong ever. He is God. She was quite hard. Multiple times I had witnessed her like yelling at kids, screaming at kids, like for being like 2 minutes late to class. Okay, I shouldn't be late to class, there's no problem. Okay, cool. Oh no you don't. What do you mean? What am I doing? Mister, you better back right up right now. Can I just go to class? It's right. You're not going to class, and you're getting a fat write-up for this one. See it? It's right. My teacher is waving me in. Can I go? No. See, if you keep going down this path of skipping class in life. Hey, shut your mouth, please. If you keep going down this path of skipping class in your life, then you're going to end up like a hall monitor like me, and that's not going to be good, because neither of my parents love me, and it's horrible. They shunned me from my family. I had to change my last name and go to court for this. And now I'm stuck looking like Guy Fieri, but I'm not on Travel Channel, am I? No, I'm traveling hallways, motherfucker, and I'm putting people like you in detention because they're skipping class. So, I think this was like well actually I don't know if I'm going to say nationwide or district. Well, I know it was a district-wide thing. So the schools decided my freshman year, I believe, or my sophomore year, I think it was my sophomore year, that, hey, if we get iPads, that'll make everybody smarter, right? Yeah, if we get iPads, people will start graduating at a higher rate. If we get iPads, our intelligence automatically goes up. That did not happen. So they blew the entire budget on iPads for everybody, and what followed, can only be described as a modern 21st century tech shitstorm. Basically, none of the teachers apparently knew how to work iPads, so they were constantly like trying to hook them up to the projector and like figure out how to do that. The iPads were constantly having issues because they were all on the same like Wi-Fi, and so in each classroom only had one router or modem like right on the ceiling in the mid-center of the classroom. But imagine when you have like 28 to 35 to 40 even devices hooked up to one thing, it's kind of going to bog it down. So uploading one file to Google Drive took like 25 minutes, and that was a lot of the class. Ooh, sorry. The school decided that it would be a good idea to put up a fence to stop bad guys from coming in. But it's a lot more complicated than that. So the fence is about 4.5 feet tall, and kids will hop the fence to either get to class faster or to get out of class faster, and it only covers like certain parts of the school. So like a couple of the annexes outside of the hallways, someone could easily break into those. Someone could also break in like on the back side of the school because there's like no fence there for some reason. I don't know, it's a mess. I don't know why they did that, but it's a gripe from a lot of the kids who went there this year, and probably next year from the kids that are going there. So I probably should have mentioned this one earlier, but funding for athletics was okay. So the thing about it is that it wasn't like lacking, but the way they distributed the funds for athletics was god awful. So let's say you start out with $100 for your whole athletics. Obviously that's figurative because $100 would get you nothing, but I'd say 10 of that would go to soccer, 10 of that would go to tennis, 10 of that would be split amongst all the other extracurricular things like dance, cheer. I don't know, I'm really uncultured and really unaware. And some of the other clubs, I guess. And then 20 for basketball, and then 50% for football. Okay, so our school originally we did assemblies, like every other human school has ever done, where everybody gets in and they say announcements, and I don't know, maybe they play a game or something and call people down from the stands. But they changed it my senior or junior year, I think my junior year, into class rallies, which is basically instead of taking up 30 minutes of your time with an assembly, they take an hour of your time basically. So you take, instead of spending 30 minutes in an assembly with all the grades, you would take just your grade and you would be called into the auditorium and you guys would all cram in there, and then they would announce the same shit to every class but 4 times. It's like, as a teacher, if you were teaching a class of 20 kids and instead of telling them all the same thing when they're in the class, you called them each in individually to tell them the same thing. Well, my hood is way over here. I think that's gonna wrap it up for this one. Check out my blog. I'll link it in the description below. I write on there sometimes, and there's some good old stuff that I wrote on there, just like memeing when I was in high school. So if you want to check that out, you can. Thanks for watching, and Big Dick Energy, that sketch is coming soon. And I'm also filming a documentary before I leave Bend in a month and a half. So see you later.